How's that? No, there's two different micros. There's two different microphone settings.
Oh, did you get it?
Hang on. Yeah, we're on. Okay. So I was telling Gary, I don't need a microphone. I got a built-in one. Now he's mocking me. Down here in this microphone settings, you have the camo and the Microsoft Array. That's what it is. Okay, so the story we were sharing is that we're starting early, but now we're starting late because
reasons. Technology.
That'll teach me for not checking the microphone settings before I jumped into the studio.
Yeah.
We were saying that we came early too. We're always early for things.
Yeah,
we were born like a month early.
Yeah, and my mom and dad were heading for vacation, and my mom said, "It's time." And my dad's like, "You're crazy. You're not due for another month." So, it's just great. The woman that's already given birth to 2 kids already, and my dad's treating her like she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Typical.
It's the beer.
This is
the beer.
I had the microphone setting turned up to 200, which is the highest setting. I've just lowered it to 126. So hopefully anybody with headphones on isn't continually getting blasted.
Yeah,
here.
We'll use our indoor voices now.
Yeah. Okay, so who had Marjorie Taylor Greene leaving Congress on their bingo cards? Because, yeah,
that wasn't a thing that was going to happen.
Right. Now, let's see. Now we're getting things. Sounds like you're in a tin can. What people say that the sound quality is not up to snuff. Because if it isn't up to snuff, we have a microphone we can switch to. So we'll let the comments catch up to the.
Hey, so for Greg Bartell, you guys look like, are you cousins? Marina has called us identical twin cousins. Yes. We are identical twins.
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
Reverb. It's okay. I guess in some ways it's not surprising that Marjorie Taylor Greene quit, except that she doesn't strike me as a quitter type.
No.
She's literally, you could picture her the type of person that you're trying to pin down to give a sedative to, and she's fighting and kicking. It's like a feral cat fighting the vets. You need 5 of them to pin her down. But I imagine that this is a way to take the pressure off of her from Trump. And I think it's also giving her the ability to distance herself from her formerly extreme positions without giving up MAGA. Because even with her, Luna, she's playing the long game. She wants to keep the MAGA mantle. She just wants to take some of the crazier stuff that's happening with it off of the table.
Okay, so someone else had pointed out in the comments today that she served just long enough to qualify for a pension for her House of Representatives pension.
That's probably why when she resigns on January 5th, it gets her over the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That's not stupid. It's not stupid. It explains the date. I was curious, like, why January 5th?
Of all dates, right?
Of all dates, that just okay, makes sense. Good for her.
Yeah, that's not going to be a very big pension, I don't think.
Well, it's the lifetime medical that you want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they have like the best plan on the planet, so yeah, you want that.
Yeah, I'm sure the folks in the chat would. Thumbs up on the video if you want lifetime medical. Retiree medical benefits, right? Oh my goodness.
Okay, so let's. Why don't we dive in on how the GOP is doing, given her announcement and what type of shockwaves it's sending through there, and then I'll. No, Whitney, you're not blocked. We see your comments. And then I'll do how MAGA's reacting to it, because she's a MAGA darling. Let's call it what it is. And what they like about her is she's like Trump. She's very plain spoken and speaks in the vulgarities that they're in the volume they're used to. But when you see Trump and her diverging, and the issue that they're diverging on is the Epstein files, Trump saying he's going to release them, then doing everything he possibly can not to release them, and she's saying, I'm going to release those. She's aligning herself with what most of MAGA wants, is those Epstein files released. So now you're going to have the true blue cult followers who will only do what Daddy Trump tells them to do. And then you're going to have the other group of MAGA that love their conspiracy theories and really want these Epstein files released. And so there's going to be your split in MAGA. Okay? Basically, it's a divorce, and some of the kids are going to choose to live with dad, and some of the kids are going to choose to live with mom. I'll let you start.
Oh, okay.
We always let you start.
So
Meanwhile, while Gary is trying to figure out life, type some questions you would like us to answer in the comments. If you could do it in all caps, it makes it easier to spot.
yeah, shouting is good.
Yeah, as we're going through the comments part of this. And as always, this is purely for entertainment purposes only. We try not to give out legal or financial advice because we're not qualified to do each. Do not take your legal cases, medical cases, or financial advice from lunatics on the internet throwing tarot cards.
All right. So foundation of the reading. So you
Hell of a disclaimer, isn't it?
exactly.
Just hang up now. Just go away.
any resemblance to people, real or fictional, is purely unintentional.
Purely coincidence.
Okay, so how are the Republican Party feeling about Marjorie Taylor Greene leaving their ranks? Well, she's looking towards the future. She's looking at money in the future. Money, her future money, her future opportunity.
They just lost one more person that they couldn't afford to lose off that bush.
Yep. Challenge, the Nine of Swords. So, okay, we've lost one more person. This is creating a nightmare scenario for the Republicans. Part of it is what Dave just mentioned, is in the House of Representatives, their margin is super slim now.
Yeah.
Is it one?
It's like 219 to 215 or something,
Okay.
right? Or
But it's
220 to 215.
It's also a situation where Dave was also mentioning is you're getting a divorce in the House of MAGA, and the fracturing is happening in the Republican Party. Energy underneath it is the lovers. Her relationship with Trump is over and done with, and now it's really the remaining Republicans have to decide who they're really bonded to. Who are we going to support here? Are we going to continue to support Trump when it appears to be a sinking ship? Or do we support our constituents who put us in office? And that's why I think you're starting to see a little bit of spinal growth, because they're realizing that the Trump train is running out of steam. And if they want to be reelected, they need to start making their constituents happy.
Here's an interesting little tidbit. Looking at party breakdown, 219 Republicans, 213 Democrats, 3 vacancies. We had a Democrat in Texas died in March of 2025. That seat hasn't been filled. A Republican in Tennessee who resigned in July, and a Republican, Mike Sherrill, resigned in November of 2025. How did I miss that? It was
Mike Sherrill's
yesterday.
a Democrat.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you said Republican.
Democrat Mike Sherrill, who resigned on November 20th. How did I miss that one?
Oh.
It got shouted out by Marjorie Taylor Greene. So, there's at least 2 Democrat seats that would take you up to 215, a Republican that would take you up to 220, and then Marjorie Taylor Greene takes them down to 219 again. So it's 219 versus 215. That is a tight margin.
Yep. So in the past, we can all agree, the Republican Party isn't one voice. It's both political parties are really this way. It's a coalition of folks that sort of circle around a set of issues that they can agree on. And in the past, they were able to kind of get over that and agree. Current situation is the Chariot. Life is moving on. The party is moving on. Marjorie Taylor Greene's moving on. I think the Republican Party is looking at what their relationships are, and they're getting ready to move on from their current relationship. overarching energy is the Seven of Wands. They're going to have to defend their actions. They're also in the house. They're going to have to do a lot more defense because their margin of their majority is very, very slim and getting slimmer. Lesson to be learned is strength in numbers, but it's also being. I guess that's all I'm going to go with. Strength in numbers, and their numbers are dwindling. Their strength is dwindling.
Mm-hmm.
Outcome is Ten of Cups. The happy family's at risk here. This card has always been about the Republicans and pushing their agenda forward, and they're going to have to try and push their agenda forward without one of their bigger stars, if you will. And it's going to be a lot more challenging. They're going to have to do a lot more defending to get things to happen.
All right. Okay, I'm going to take a break here real quick to start some comments.
I am going to have a beer from my Pilsen mug that I got from the Pilsen Urquell Brewery in the Czech Republic.
I went back too far on this. Sorry. Normally we have two computers while Gary's doing this.
Yes,
I would be doing this in the background here.
So I'm seeing names fly by. Hi, Darlene. I know June was on in the beginning. Hi, June. Rose Blue. Who else was I seeing in there? Dave's working through there. Sorry. Linda from Virginia, you made it. Yay. Donald's on there. Hey, chicken duck. Eleanor. Yep, we haven't blocked you yet, Eleanor. Hey, Sunflower Down Under. Hi, Rebecca. How are you, my dear?
Okay, thank you, Amy Sanders.
Yay! Ginsu the cat! Yay!
And thank you, Godiva.
Oh, what's going on with the mayor in New York and Trump?
We'll get to that one.
Yep. Hi, Godiva. And Curious Soul Forever. Thank you. You guys, you're starting your us. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Cheers.
Okay. So I'm going to jump in here. So how is MAGA taking this? You know, again, it's kind of like a divorce of the parents. And who do you believe in this one?
Yeah, who's at fault?
And I just have the Hangman card come up. And I do think I think I've read on this before, and it was kind of the same thing. It's sort of a wait and see type of thing that's going to happen. So let's see. How's MAGA feeling about the Marjorie Taylor Greene announcement?
Not happy.
No, disappointment. They don't want to see her go. Cross with the King of Swords because, like I was mentioning earlier, she's got a sharp tongue, a sharp wit, and she speaks like they speak. She carries the energy that they like, and she's a crusader. They think of her as speaking truth, and it's truth that they understand.
Yeah. Their version of the truth.
In the past Knight of Cups, she presents as one of them.
Yep.
They relate to her, they like her, and like that. Current situation, 9 of Coins. Now that's interesting. There's a feeling of elevation that she's become like the woman of the house. She is now. Some folks, like the ones with Trump, are going to say she just rode Trump's coattails for fun and profit, and she's made a lot of money on Congress, and she's a sellout. Mm-hmm. Others are going to look at her and say that she represents all that is MAGA and represents our values and our culture. Overarching energy is the 9 of Cups. The ones that don't like her are going to say she's arrogant. The ones that do like her say she's sitting on truth and sitting, this crusader, she's the one that tells him like it is and, told off Biden and shouted him down with Lauren Boebert and stuff like that. They like that aspect of her personality. Lesson we learned is the Page of Pentacles. She was a mouthpiece for their values. She spoke the truths that they want, that they want to hear. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave the grifting out of there. And there's the hangman card. And now, there's a war of words between her and Trump. They're going to wait to see how that pans out, basically. And I do think it's one of those things where they're going to look at her and they're going to say, all right, sometimes people don't get along. Some things, all good things come to an end. There are people who are just full on Donald Trump cultists.
Yep.
There's going to be some in MAGA who don't want to give up either person, and they're going to wait and see what happens. And some are getting frustrated with Trump, like farmers and stuff like that, who are frustrated with Trump and like the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene was carrying their message. They will stick with her. But there's going to be some folks that are just going to try and figure out life. And they'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, she made $20 million while in office. More will be revealed. Yeah, it's amazing how well they can invest on their salary.
Yeah.
What is going on with the mayor in New York and Trump?
Mr. Mondani.
I mean, I've got a theory. Gary the analyst has a theory. Gary the analyst says this guy already knows how to manipulate Trump. It's just say a couple of nice things, and all of a sudden Trump's eating out of your hand, right? They're certainly not politically aligned. No, they don't see the world the same way.
Heather Cox Richardson was I was listening to her on my drive over today, and she was analyzing it. She thinks it's kind of a desperation move on Trump's part.
Okay, I would agree, but
yeah,
okay.
That he's trying to defang the progressive faction by having Mondani over. Now, that being said, Trump is always kissing people's butts. He's vicious. He's like a little dog. He's vicious behind a window. But you put him in the same room with them, and then he turns into smarmy mode.
Well, it's one of those things where I think is it Madani?
Yeah.
He knows how to play him. I mean, the playbook's easy enough to read. You just say a couple nice things, compliment him. You did such a great job when you were in New York, and blah blah blah. You don't have to mean it. And then Trump thinks you're the best thing since sliced bread.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, we are. That is. What are you doing?
I'm looking at the chat on my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's take a look. What's going on with those two? He's now looking at me.
We're in the present.
Yes. Okay, let's see what's going on. We're one big happy family. Come on, I'm part of you. I'm a supporter of you in America.
And Martha Spillman, yes, we are going to get to the JD Vance and Usha reports are coming out. She's no longer rocking the wedding ring on her.
Someone mentioned that in the comments the other day.
That was a tasty reading.
The challenge is the tower. Ooh, I think you may be onto something there, Dave. So we need to work together to make America great. Because if we don't work together, things are going to fall apart.
For me,
Yes.
remember, Trump is very egocentric. Me.
Energy underneath it is judgment card. It could also be that he's trying to get the progressives to not back him because the two of them are meeting, and he knows that the Democrats tend to get really up in arms. If anyone crosses over and talks to Trump, they get like, well, he's a traitor, and we can't trust him. He's talking to Trump.
Democrats being the voters, not the congressional.
Yeah. The public opinion. So he could be trying to change the public opinion on this guy by making him look like he's a Trumper. In the past,
well, he is going to force us to learn Arabic numerals.
hope he doesn't force us to learn the Arabic alphabet.
Oh heavens!
So in the past, you got the chariot. This Madami's slow and steady rise in power to the level of mayor. King of Cups, the ever mysterious King of Cups. I mean, it's about mature emotions, but we know Trump is not showing mature emotions.
Yeah.
So this is probably Madami showing mature emotions.
Yeah, for me, when I've been getting the King of Cups recently, it's Donald Trump in his deteriorating state of he can't control his emotions. He's suffering from dementia.
Mm-hmm.
He's losing any mask he could wear. He's just irritable all the time.
So, and now I got the world card overarching. It's kind of like the this is yet another sign that we're at the end of the cycle, that the old guard is going out and the new guard is coming in. I mean, when Bernie Sanders was running 10 years ago,
he was old then.
Well, people were really not happy. You know, he's a socialist and we can't trust him. And now, you know, Trump's now meeting with the socialist. But it's. I think we as a society, after experiencing authoritarianism, I can tell you from my own personal viewpoint, I think Bernie's probably the best presidential candidate we never had.
Problem is he's 84 years old.
Yeah, Bernie's not. He didn't have his chance. His opportunity passed him by. Lesson to be learned is the Eight of Cups. Once again, I think Dave's probably on it. Trump's mental health is checking out on him, and maybe he's just looking after his legacy here.
For those, I saw a question in the chat. Mom Donnie is he's of South Asian and East African descent, born in Uganda to Indian immigrants, and he's Muslim. So, take what you want out of that one.
Everything Trump wants MAGA to be afraid of.
Exactly.
And then the outcome is the King of Swords. A harsh truth coming forth. I'm not exactly sure what their dynamic is. I can tell you from an analytical standpoint what I think it is, which is a simple solution, which is that, hey, Madami knows how to manipulate Trump. He just give him a couple of compliments. Trump thinks he's a great guy, and he builds some political capital. Beyond that, when it's the political stuff, I'm an analyst, not a political person.
I think the King of Swords, Mondami, is not going to be impressed by any fawning that Trump.
Smart enough to know better.
Yeah. I know what the game is. Yeah, we can do this little performative meet and greet and stuff like that. But I know you're not my friend, and I'm going to go do things that I'm going to do. He has his core issues. He's going to carry on with that.
It's going to happen to Mike Johnson.
I am stunned that Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to leave Congress without taking Mike Johnson out first.
Well, the other thing is Marjorie Taylor Greene assumes that Trump is going to have some sort of power and authority over the next few months. And it's when I did my video that came out last night, it's like, not that I want to give Marjorie Taylor Greene advice, but, you might want to hold off a little bit there, Toots.
Exactly. And where Gary's going with that is you assume that Donald Trump will be healthy enough to be alive or in power to recommend a challenger against you, fund that challenger, and if you beat that challenger, that he will actually still be a functioning president that could be impeached.
Yeah.
That's a real big reach right now, given his health conditions. Now, the fact that he's still alive and should have, kicked the bucket in the last 2 years and hasn't, not necessarily the worst play on her part, but yeah, that's not how I would look at it. So what's going to happen with Mike Johnson? Now, he's losing one of his biggest critics, but he's also losing a seat. And you think about it, Mike Johnson, he went to the mat for Trump with the Epstein files. He carried out all of Donald Trump's directives, and he even was out there saying, "Well, yeah, it'll get to the Senate," and clearly the Senate's going to look at this thing and say, "There's no way we can pass this. We're going to have to send it back to the House and hash things out." And what they would do is play ping pong with this thing for the next 5 years, trying to prevent it from coming out. And the Senate said, read between the lines, straight to the president, unanimous vote.
Yep.
what's going to happen to Mike Johnson. Now, this is not a great time to be a Trump sycophant because the Senate just signaled that they will remove him if he's impeached.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Johnson, High Priestess, the King of Cups, Ten of Swords.
Oh boy.
The Keeper of Secrets. Trump helped him get to the position of knowledge and power that he sits in, and Trump is going to be the one who takes him down. And Ten of Swords, it's over. I think his days of being a power broker are numbered, and they're directly tied with Trump. Past Queen of Pentacles, MAGA Mike tried to keep things simple, keep up on Trump's agenda there. Current situation is the King of Wands. He's still fighting for Trump, still taking actions for Trump. Trump is still defending Johnson, it appears. I haven't seen any Truth Social posts out there trashing on Johnson for letting him out. But remember the audio tape that we heard where Trump was raging, allegedly, that if the Epstein files comes out and he goes down, he's taking everybody with him. You better believe the people he takes down with him are the ones closest. Mike Johnson failed him.
Yep.
We got the Hierophant over Archangels, that government position. We've got Judgment as the lesson to be learned. So how's Mike Johnson doing right now? He's going to be held to account on this one. I don't think he's I was about to say, I don't think he's going to be sitting in this seat of power for much longer. Six of Swords is the outcome. Mike Johnson is likely going to be moved out of the House Speaker position.
Yep.
He doesn't, and God help the GOP, because it's not like that group of extremists they couldn't come up with a leader the last time. Yeah. That's the only thing I think that keeps him in power now.
Yeah, I'd say when we looked at this last time, that was kind of your insight. It's like, well, he's hanging in there because there's not a better choice.
Yeah.
There's not a clear choice other than Mike.
And I don't know who that even if, let's say they get rid of Mike Johnson. Who's the choice? Who are you going to put in there?
Yeah.
There's nobody.
I don't think Republicans going to put Hakeem Jeffries in there.
No, I don't believe so either. Again, they're not necessarily required to put somebody in Congress. They've always put somebody in Congress in there. They're not required to do so. But even then, outside of Congress, who are they going to pick? My vote was Liz Cheney on this one, but there's no reason to believe that the conservatives will work with the Democrats and say, hey, can we put Liz Cheney in there? At least she's normal and not a insurrectionist.
What else we got? Will she read names out loud? Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh.
She said one thing she promises: give me the list of names and I'll read it.
Okay. Well,
will she get a list of names?
Yeah. I
assure you, the answer is yes. If given a list of names, she will read it because that's on brand for her. And remember, her whole spiel now is she's wrapped herself up with the Epstein files and championing the release of the Epstein files. So that's her whole thing. So if she's given names, you better believe she's going to name names.
All right. So, oh my God, look at that card.
Wow. If only if everybody else could see it too.
Oh wow. Don't show up.
That was going to be a Christmas present.
Yes. Oh, I was going to make espresso. Okay. So, will she read the names will she be provided a list? Well, there's a lot of people on that list, and there's a lot of information out there.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care about legacies at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Their legacies, that is.
Those secrets need to be revealed.
Oh God, she's so mean.
Okay. Not happy with what's been happening around her. Her motivation could be, the way Trump's been treating her. And the way he's been handling this, that she's going to think twice. She's going to think about it. She's giving it serious consideration.
That's not what I'm getting on that.
What are
one.
you getting on that?
I'm getting this is them trying to make peace offerings. To her.
Oh, okay.
Those are peace offerings. Come drink from our cup, Marjorie. Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. I don't know what you slipped in those cups, and I ain't about to take another drink that you carried from the bar.
And then the other clarifier is the Two of Wands. How would these actions impact my future and my star power?
Yeah, no, she absolutely will.
You sure get the feeling that if they give her a list, if she gets a list, it feels like they don't want her doing it.
Somebody's going to give her that list. If Gary, what was your ask? Is she going to get a list?
Yeah. Is she going to get a list?
Then yes, I'm going to say yes. Somebody's going to give her a list. It may not have all the names, but it's going to definitely have names on it. That's just who she is. She's the right wrecking ball for this job. Let's see. Let's go to some questions.
Yeah. Pam Roberts. Hi, guys. We're here for the update. My cat, Vladimir Putin. Yes.
Putin is so good.
Yes. I believe that Pam said he was a Russian blue.
That would be good.
That would make a lot of sense, right? Is he dead yet? He's feeling better. I think I'll go for a walk.
Hello, everyone. Hey, also people. Yeah, thank you.
Amen. Right on.
Okay, Usha Vance.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Usha Vance has been.
Is this a recent thing? Because I think I saw it in the comments yesterday.
This morning, I saw something this morning on probably Google suggesting that she's been out not wearing her wedding band.
That's not a good sign. I mean, telling our audience that is like preaching to the choir, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you think about it. How mad would you have to be at your spouse to take off that ring and go, okay, I'm a public figure. Everyone's going to be looking at me, and I'm going to walk around without that band on my finger.
That's and people are because I guess apparently they were overheard having a very public argument going out to dinner where she was reported, and again I don't have any first person knowledge of this, nor have I been able to confirm the story, that she said, I didn't sign up for this.
Oh boy.
But it sounds like something a couple fighting, especially at this level, would something they would say. Pictures of them in public, she doesn't look happy. She looks tired and worn out. And then you got him hugging Erica Kirk like he's hugging Erica Kirk.
So Tamara's got a comment there.
What's that?
Midas Touch had a video today of her yesterday ringless.
Let's take a look. What's the energy around Usha Vance not wearing her wedding band?
I'm sure it's because he's getting her a bigger time.
Yeah, clearly. Queen of Cups.
Oh boy.
How to send a message without saying it? Tell me your marriage is in trouble without saying it out loud. One of those little things there. Crossed with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, she's sending a message. She is absolutely sending a message. A shot across his bow. Underneath is the King of Swords. There's very harsh energies here. This is like I'm advertising this. I think she's lost her husband, basically.
No, he's lost his wife.
They probably the guy that she thought she was married to doesn't exist anymore, and who he's evolving, who he's been revealed to be, she doesn't like, and she doesn't strike me as some fainting violet or
shrinking
violet that she's going to just whatever.
I need a strong man.
Exactly. In the past, got the Chariot card. It was kind of like a power couple. Pulling forward, working together,
there you go.
Moving things forward together on it. Current situation, she also strikes me as being private. She doesn't wear it on her sleeve. There have been discussions, I think, going on about the dissolution of their marriage in the background. Overarching energy is the Nine of Wands. she's tired. She doesn't like what she sees, and she doesn't like what's coming next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if Trump falls, he becomes president, and she didn't sign up for vice presidential duties.
I don't think it's even so much that. I think it's as much as she's seeing the man he really is.
Oh.
And she doesn't like it. And it's like watching power turn this guy into something that he never represented himself as. Lesson to be learned from this is the 10 of coins, the legacy and the money. Peter Thiel taking this guy under his wing and grooming him, and I use that term correctly, to grooming his political career. I don't think she understood where this was going. And I think she's got some morals and ethics here that JD does not have, that she thought he had.
Yeah.
Think of that, you're married to somebody and you think they're person A and they're really person B, and it's only when they've been given this wealth and power and opportunity do you really see who they are. And now she's got a choice to make. Mm-hmm. Do you want to stay with this? Do you want to go? But she will make that choice. But right now she's sending a message to her husband via the tabloids, if you will. And it's up to him to see what he wants. And I assure you, Gary, why don't you read on what JD wants? Because I think I already know the answer without throwing cards. I think he's already spoken very loudly what he wants.
Well, let's see. I was just thinking it's only a matter of time before Usha shows up with a green jacket that says, "I don't care to you." So what is it? What is I'm going to pivot on this. What is causing? Give us an idea of what's causing their marital strife, because that will kind of say what he wants or where they're in a misalignment.
Yeah. What if he wants what he wants is her wearing tight leather pants?
Yeah, well,
maybe she didn't sign up for that.
Okay. Oh my goodness! Look at that card. Don't show him. Okay. So what's causing the stress? Eight of Pentacles. All the actions, all the things that you value, the work you've been doing, and what your value system is. You're not taking care of the people. You're not taking care of me. You're not taking care of your family. I mean, as a politician, our dad was in politics. And I remember as a kid when he was on the local city council, Dave and I didn't get to see a lot of him because he was always on committees and he was going to council meetings. And he had like this 4-inch stack of paper that he would have to go through for every city council meeting. And you didn't spend a lot of time with them, so you take that, now you're vice president. It's not just going to city council meetings, you're going to Greenland to try and take over the country. You're going to the White House and yelling at leaders, world leaders, because they don't say thank you and please. And she wants that loving husband back, I think. Energy underneath is the Judgment card. His values, I think this goes to what Dave was saying, his values have changed, and what he is supporting isn't what she's used to. It's time to, it's time to answer the call. What do you really believe in, Dr. Jones?
The melty face.
You chose wisely. In the past, you had the Two of Cups. They had an understanding and an agreement on how things were going to go. Current energy is the Hermit. They've lost their way. Their relationship has lost its path. What's causing it? She doesn't have a partner anymore.
She's alone.
Yeah, she's
hermits are lonely.
She's by herself. Overarching energy, this relationship is over. It's coming to an end.
It's not any one thing.
I know what this card is. The World card. It's the end of the cycle. Maybe Laura Loomer's been making eyes at him too.
Yeah,
right?
it's Erica Kirk, man. He likes those those blonde widows with the tight leather pants.
Oh my!
It reminds them of a couch.
Oh gosh!
And
and
doesn't love a nice tight leather couch.
oh my goodness! And the outcome is the ten of wands, just a burden that they don't want to deal with anymore. I think my gut feeling is it's his job is absorbing him, and she's lost her husband.
Yeah,
and she's she was expecting that it's a lot of work and a lot of responsibility, but he's gone now. She's on her own.
she was expecting him to make time.
Yeah,
And he's not making time. And he's coming up with excuses, and she's doing it all on her own. In her mind, they're already divorced. She's been a single mother with this one, other than vacations they were taking on a monthly basis. And then she and the kids get to see protesters lining the road for miles, booing her husband and the administration's policies, and him probably being rather dismissive of them rather than
being concerned about
reading the signs and understanding the public relations issue. Okay, so will JD just... Are they getting a divorce? The way things are going, are they going to get divorced before Carter? King of Wands, and he'll probably initiate it. There's an opportunity. She wants it. The mother keeping things quiet. There's an opportunity here. There's somebody. He's got somebody.
got some secrets.
Yep. Erica Kirk would be your most likely scenario because JD Vance seems very career driven, and he's a chameleon. He will mold and change his colors to match his environment that he's needed to. He's not his own person. He's for rent or for hire, and he needs a base because he doesn't have a base. So he's trying to take Charlie Kirk's base, and if you start canoodling with his widow, then you have a better chance of absorbing that base because he needs something to support his agendas, whatever that may be.
And to Rose Blue's comment is the one that I kind of key on as well, is that whenever they go on a vacation as a family, they're seeing so much protest and so much anger and resentment being thrown at them.
Yeah.
And she's protecting her kids. And to Dave's point, JD Vance is probably dismissing it, but that's just
those are a bunch of angry liberals. Ignore them.
Yeah.
As opposed to reading the signs and watching the news, and she probably doesn't just get Fox News at the house. You know what I mean?
And it's one of those. She's watching out for the best interest of the kids because the kids are absorbing that, and they're going to be like, "What?"
They're going to school. They're hearing it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Teresa. We will enjoy.
Hey, Teresa, thank you. Cheers.
Wow, tonight it's daytime. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Is it that?
I'm gonna. Is that Terry? Terry. Terry.
All right.
Thank you, Terry. In fact, I recognize so many names.
JD is bisexual.
Bisexual?
Let's see.
Raymond, you got a great last name. Is your last name really Di Pasquale? That's so cool.
Obesity levels in the face of the leopards is sky.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.
No thanks, we're stuffed.
Okay, I'm trying to see if we got any interesting questions here.
I saw something about Rockland County.
I've been trying to. If Rockland County recount bears fruit, will other states follow suit? Hey, that rhymes.
South Bay Steve.
Or the South Bay Steve. I went to San Jose State. I'm assuming it's South Bay in the Bay Area.
Well, yeah, that's
as opposed to like Tampa Bay or Thunder Bay or.
I think
Bay City
I might have asked Steve that too, actually. Yeah, because if you're from the San Francisco Bay Area, if you're from the South Bay, that means you're like Campbell, San Jose,
Sunnyvale.
Yeah, you're down that way.
Hard Rock and Milpitas, Then you get like
maybe
I don't know if I would consider Morgan Hill to be the
Yeah,
South
I
Bay.
think once you get to Morgan Hill, San Martin, you're kind of out of the Bay Area.
Yeah. What was the question?
I forget. Oh,
Rockland County.
Yeah, Rockland County.
Good thing I pinned it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I've been looking at Smart Elections website, and for the last week or more, they have, waiting for the judge's decision, will update soon. Because the judge was supposed to render a decision within 60 days, and they had a countdown going on, and it was supposed to be like November 11th, I believe, was when the countdown ended. And I looked the evening of November 11th, I looked at like at 2 in the afternoon or noon or something like that. There's nothing. It's like, oh, well, or it's like, oh, there's still a couple hours left. Maybe they'll put it out by midnight. It still has the same thing. I've been looking. I did a Google search for it. I've been looking at smart legislation, smart election sites. Can't find a darn thing to say what's going on with that.
Okay, so will Rockland County bear fruit? Those that hold the assets, those that hold the knowledge, are trying to pass this off as you're just being crazy.
And one of the things that they forwarded to in this court filing that the judge was considering was that the county has not been forthcoming with the information. Sometimes they don't give it at all. Sometimes it's partial, incomplete. They are dragging their feet on this, which I was hoping the county would defend their work and say, of course we're legit. Here you go. You think we're cheating on you? You got nothing to hide. They're slow walking and dragging their feet. Tells me they got something to hide and that the county folks are in cahoots on it.
Yeah, so what I'm getting on this is the folks in power, the ones that have the knowledge, they're not treating this seriously. They really need to take care of these votes. And because this is an emotional issue that people are dealing with. And the energy underneath it is strength. It's just keep pushing, keep trying to move this thing forward. The case is strong. It seems like you've got two forces opposing each other right now.
Yeah, and on one of them, it's delay. Yeah. The longer you delay, the less impact it's going to have on the elections. But it's kind of one of those inevitable things. For some reason, they follow the book of Trump, where you just keep delaying things and hope somebody just gives up out of exhaustion, run them out of money, run them out of appeals, and then nothing happens and people are exhausted or not interested.
So S.K. Talley said he's SF Bay Area.
Okay.
Woo! So are we. Jillian Faring. Originally from Long Beach, but I have lots of family. I moved back in 2016. I have cousins that live in Brisbane. It's the one thing I always remember about Brisbane. Everyone talks about what a great aquarium store they had in Brisbane, which I guess is now no longer in business. There's a non sequitur memory for all of you out there.
Yeah. Brisbane's the next town to the east from where we grew up.
Yeah, over the hill.
Let's see. I'm not really singing.
Hi, June. If Kevin acted like he did, I wouldn't like the man he became either. Yeah, no kidding, right?
Okay, do you have anything?
Cheers from Texas. Yay! Thanks, Rose Blue. Cheers.
Okay. Will the GOP lose the majority for the midterms via death, resignations, special elections?
That's actually an interesting question.
Yeah. Will the GOP majority?
I'm just gonna do an over under.
This starts getting into the wish casting. Don't hold your breath.
Okay.
But at the same time, if the Epstein files come out and you get the web of money and stuff like that, the testimony itself is salacious. That's going to get people started. But where the real problem is the wealth and the money transfer. That's where the real problem is going to be. Gary wants to.
Yeah, I just said an over under. I think when they're going to lose the majority, it's midterms. Midterms is when things change.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. That it's going to start happening, but it's when the voters speak.
Yeah. Midterms.
Yeah.
And that's probably what I would have said before I threw cards. I mean, I'm trying to be open-minded with it.
It's the safe play, right?
Well,
Yeah, those are the midterms.
That's certainly wish casting on our part, but that's what it feels like to me.
JD is a sexual predator.
Sexual predator. Yes, he is.
Let's see. Okay, questions.
Oh, come on, shout at us, folks.
Oh, God. About that. So we've got, can you please look at the text mess? Bannon and Epstein have been sharing together. Yeah, there was a lot of, I'm not fully up to speed on what's going on with that. I know there were a lot of texts and emails going back and forth between Bannon and Epstein. And in the emails, it implies that Bannon really didn't have a falling out with Trump. He was just stepping back. And that Bannon and Epstein were coordinating quite a bit with each other.
So Bannon had a falling out with Trump, but not really?
Yes.
Okay, got it. I didn't realize that.
This was in the first go around, not the second.
Oh, okay.
Remember, Epstein's dead now.
Yes, indeed.
Can't be 16. He's been dead since Trump's been elected. It's got to be the first one.
No, I think Usha's staying away from the couch.
So let's just look at Epstein-Bannon relationship here. They're connected by money. These guys are money connections. We've got the Six of Wands, the Empress, Judgment. Look at those major arcana here. Okay, so what's going on? Between Bannon and Epstein, it's a money component here. I do recall a story that Bannon went up to Epstein after Trump got elected and said Epstein was the one guy who scared him the most because he's the one guy who could have taken Donald Trump down. And in the text messaging and emails between Epstein and Michael Wolff, Epstein and Bannon, he went from promoting Trump to warning people about Trump because he saw where Trump was going. But Bannon and Epstein, it's about money, taking care of themselves, self-enrichment, but this is also other things going on. And Russia. The victory of Trump getting in there. And you got the judgment card.
Do you like how I made that safe for YouTube?
Beautiful. Beautifully done. I was going to say, I don't remember doing that to my card. It's not my deck. Where are we going with this? I'm drawing a little bit of a blank on the judgment card here. It's like they're answering to the tune of the same drummer type thing. They were in line with each other. Epstein would listen to Bannon, and Bannon would listen to Epstein. Oh, it's probably just getting a message out. Once Trump got elected, it helped get the message out for Trump and Epstein. Remember, Epstein wasn't just a child rapist. That was a perk of the job. What he was kind of like a money laundering machine, blackmailing machine, which gave him a lot of political clout. And it got him in a group of wealthy, powerful people, almost like a cabal of Illuminati in a secret society around the world. You seem excited by that.
Oh, no, I was reading Raymond De Pasquale's comment that JD is aroused by pull-out couches. I would think he liked love seats better, but there was an all caps. What's any more surprises in 2025? I think I saw.
Here we go.
Freedom 89123. What surprises can happen for the rest of 2025?
Oh, do a general reading on that one. Gary,
Okay.
do a 4-carder. Don't do 8-carders or 8-carder. I will end the live.
What surprises can happen, or not will happen, huh? For the rest of 2025. All sorts of surprises can happen.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. Oh dear. Let's take a
Stay
look.
tuned.
Yes. Dave and I do this a little differently, but ultimately, oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
What else?
Oh my. Well, I'll tell you what I know. I know what mine is, or I have a real good feeling. The Magician is coming to an end. His supporters are walking away. It's going to be very clear. It's going to happen quickly, and the Tower moment is coming for Dear Leader, which is really consistent with what you've been saying.
Yeah. To me, if I'll read this as a non-Epstein reading, what we've got coming up is economic problems coming up here. The market is right now is feeling invincible, but I think they see a decline coming in the market that's going to cause a lot of anxiety and a lot of money leaving. I'm going off of that card there. I think information on the economy is going to come out, and probably evaluation of the stock market is coming next.
I got a good feeling that that's what that is.
Yeah. So, again, squirrel away your money as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
Get some non-perishables if you can do that. If you can cut back on expenses. Live a little more simply. Live a little more frugally. Back to basics.
Will we get a Christmas miracle? That's of course 1647 wants to know. Will we get a Christmas miracle?
It's a miracle. Okay, Judy, take it.
That's right. Will we get a Christmas miracle?
Oh no, it's frozen.
Let's see. Ace of Pentacles. This could be an opportunity, something of values. Check your stuff. Oh dear. Something coming to an end. So there's going to be an opportunity because something is coming to an end. You'll be taking care of.
Back to basics.
Yeah.
That's a back to basic card if there ever was one.
And starting to make some progression. To me, it's like progressive. Okay, so I don't know how you highlight this. Taurus is comment there. There you go. Will we get a Christmas miracle? So what I've got here is there's going to be an opportunity that's going to present itself because of a death, either physical death or something coming to an end. This could be tariffs coming to an end, right?
This could be Republicans and Democrats coming together to say, we want to leave Crazy Town. Did you just blow in from Crazy Town?
That's right. It's about taking care of people, taking care of things that are valuable, taking care of an idea. Supporting this could easily be democracy. We get our democracy back because the authoritarian dies.
That seems awfully quick.
And that, taking care of the democracy, let's be more progressive about this and starting to come to agreements.
I think what we're going to get is Starbucks is willing to put Merry Christmas back on their cups.
Yay! Instead of Happy Holidays.
That'll please MAGA to no end. That's what they've been. That's what they've been looking for.
Is that their big issue?
Exactly. Well, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
That's been going on for years.
For the love of God and all that is holy, come on.
Yes. Come on down.
Azurite, yes.
So this is Azurite on Malachite. We've got a citrine, but it's actually an amethyst that's been heated up. And when you heat up amethyst, it'll turn a golden color like this. So they call it citrine.
There's a little bit of purple in there.
Rose quartz.
Yep.
We've got
Not to be confused with rose blue.
A nice piece of raw tourmaline.
Yes.
And the rainbow obsidian, which I really don't think it'll show off very well here.
Yeah, it's not.
There is a pattern here, and you can kind of see it now. It's rotated around.
It looks great on our end.
It little flash.
This is actually my very favorite one. It's nice and smooth. The more you look at it, the more you realize there's a lot more to it than what you think there is.
Yeah, and Kirsten Myers stole the obsidian sphere that I wanted to get from Steve.
Oh my
She
goodness!
snaked right in there. I didn't watch the feed.
Hi,
So
Robin.
Kirsten Myers is somebody who at least is on my channel. I imagine she's on this one as well. And she loves rocks, and I gave her the Facebook link to the guy I get all my stuff from. And I'll see her on the feed, and we chat a little bit on the feed. And I missed this particular one, and they were showing off some rainbow obsidian
Easy for you.
spheres.
Easy for you.
And one of them had great flash, and it was only like $35 or something like that. Snaked right in there. Oh well, life goes on.
Magic rocks. We had those too growing up. Remember you ordered magic rocks?
Oh yeah,
Was that from the comic book?
Or
was that like a school thing?
Might have been a school thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think we got one more.
Oh yeah, look at that. Super sticker. Woo! Thank you so much. Boudica Queen. Ooh.
I have 2 big chunks of rose quartz and sodalite on the desk. They're big energy tanks. Okay.
Do we read each other's thoughts? How dare you think that?
We don't read each other's thoughts, but we think alike.
And
there's facial tics and things like that. Somebody will say something, and I know exactly what he's thinking because it could be something like, maybe a sibling is telling a story, and you're just like, I'm not buying this, and like he's not buying it either. Or it might be we're watching something, and somebody says something that would be a movie reference, perfect for this situation, and he and I will both think it at the same time.
Yeah, it's just a lot of shared experiences.
Yeah.
Hey, Libby's in the chat. Hi, Libby. Yay! What do you see? I love a good beer, although my tipple is whiskey on ice. I've never been a big fan of the hard liquor. Beer has never hurt me. Beer is my friend. And you have to drink so much of it to get hurt. I mean, you really have to go for it.
Yeah, I'm a beer guy myself. I make the funniest faces when I drink hard alcohol.
Oh.
Now, that being said, I do have hard alcohol at the house because sometimes we invite people over that like it.
Yes.
And when I get hard alcohol, I get the good stuff.
Yeah.
Because if my guests want a drink, so as for instance, I've got bourbon at the house. I don't drink bourbon. It's Jack Daniels. But it's not like old number 7 or old number 9 Jack Daniels. That's the rock. Yeah,
Okay. I didn't realize there were different types of Jack.
Oh yeah,
whiskey.
there weren't for the longest time. That's the stuff that takes the paint off your paintbrushes. Now this is their quality stuff that costs like 5 or 6 times more than the normal bottle, but it's actually a really good quality whiskey. It's one of the benefits of Google and online reviews is I can go to Beverages and More, which is our big liquor store chain, and read up on whiskeys and look that one up, and they have like 4.5 out of 5 stars. So people who actually drink whiskey,
who know what they're talking about.
know what they're talking about, praise it. Good. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Good enough for them. Good enough for me.
Yay! Will the Democrat win her race in Tennessee 7th?
One card pull.
Libby, I hope everything's going well with you and your family. I know you've got a lot of things going on over there. So just lots of love to you and Team Grand.
I don't know how we can be echoing. We're in the same room. Only one microphone, and my phone, the volume was turned off. Oh, Mark Kelly just sent me a
Mark
text
Kelly.
message.
Oh, he's still texting you, huh?
He is.
Okay, so will the Democrat win her race in Tennessee?
Somebody's happy about that.
Oh man, we drew like completely diametrically opposed cards. Someone's gonna be very happy and pleased.
I say no. I say no. Gary says yes. I say no.
Oh my! Boy, that's talking about copping out. I've got a cat that's lurking about. Hey, buddy. Punky's sort of coming in and out of the house.
So Amy's saying sound is cutting it out.
So it's the cat.
Elizabeth's saying no echo.
Echo.
Okay, so we'll find out, and then we'll know who the winner is on this.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let us know which one of us was right.
We won't remember at this point. Anyways, let's cut it off here. Thank you everybody for joining us on this live. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah. Did you want to do the chit chat about Gary and David?
Yeah, I gotta head out.
Oh, you're gonna head home? Okay, how about 5 minutes of Ask Gary and David questions?
5 minutes of asking Gary personal questions.
Yes. Ask me anything you want.
Because he's a attention.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, start asking Gary questions.
Yes. Like, what beer am I drinking? It's a hazy IPA from Almanac. I didn't buy it. My brother-in-law bought it, but I'm drinking it.
Now it's
Thanks, Manuel.
okay, people are wishing you a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Team Grand Prairies. Oh, to type with my wrist out of surgery. Oh, man. Thank you, Jeff Thompson. That's awful of you.
Yeah. Let's see. Where are we going here? Thanks, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, you all. Nobody wants to ask you.
I know. I'm not interesting anymore.
Bring in the cat.
He's sleeping on the chair outside. We got some chairs with cushions out there that must have dried out from the rain, so he's parked his butt outside.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Again, thank you for joining us. Hope you have a good rest of your Saturday and a good Sunday. Next week is Thanksgiving. I am expected to bring a vegetable dish.
How did you get signed up for a vegetable dish?
Lori signed me up, our other sister signed me up for it. I said, can I bring a dessert instead? Because I said, I'll bring my Auntie Carol's favorite vegetable dish. Now, when we were kids, Auntie Carol always cooked vegetables. Vegetables are nasty. And, so she had a reputation with vegetables.
Yeah, that was it was just
A running gag.
Yeah, it was a running joke with our family. Yeah, so it's funny because Dave doesn't eat a lot of vegetables unless Shelly forces him to.
The problem with Thanksgiving and vegetables is, what do you cook? My sister in her house has a single oven. If our other sister is doing it, she's at least got a wall oven, so you've got a second oven to work with. So either you make a vegetable dish that needs to be reheated when you're there, but that oven's going to have a turkey in it and and 23 other people trying to jam stuff in there, so it doesn't work.
Well, with the advent of the air fryer, Rose Blue was talking about Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, that's what I would normally do. I would I'll cut them, blanch them, and I can either cook them at the house and then bring them down. They need to be reheated, but they still need to be reheated, and they're not nearly as good reheated as they were when they first came out nice and crispy. They're going to be all soggy by then.
Yeah.
And, then it's like a casserole is kind of another way to do it. But again, you're going to have to heat that up. I suppose you could do asparagus in an olive oil.
Yeah, there you go. Mom used to do that oil and vinegar.
Yeah, because that doesn't need to be heated up, but then it's just nasty.
Yeah, I signed up for mashed potatoes. I'm going to do sweet potatoes and regular russets and bread. And I'm older by 6 minutes, as I saw that question come through. And
Crock pot. I don't have a crock pot.
I have one. You can borrow the crock pot.
Yeah, I never cooked with one, so that's going to be a problem. Soggy and explained to death.
All right, folks, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And thank you so much for joining us. We truly appreciate you. I'm going to be up in Lake Tahoe for a few days, but I'll be home for Thanksgiving.
And I'll leave with this one. I cook turkey like Trisha Yearwood method. I use the Alton Brown method from Good Eats. If you're familiar with his like 1990, 1991 Turkey Day special, it is. You can find it on YouTube. It's hard to find the full one, but you can find parts of it. It is absolutely hilarious, and I watch it every year religiously before I cook my turkey.
Like a robot.
And it's in as the Winter Wren says, Alton Brown for the win. This is the one where he is talking about Thanksgiving, and his family just sort of shows up at his house. And it's the highly dysfunctional family, and his eldest sister really kind of matches our eldest sister, Marsha.
Oh, God.
The only thing Lori hasn't done is stencil a driveway, but that seems like it would be right in her.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
All right, folks, have a great day. Good to see you.
Take care, everyone. Have a good holiday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I didn't end the stream.
Oh, yeah. That's all me.
See, everybody else that just left,
That's right.
they're missing this part of it.
Hey, how about a secret